I'm Kathy Callahan-Brady, and thanks for watching In the Trenches. I'm here today with Bob Stoneking. He is the COO of RocketDocs. And I get the opportunity to thank you for so many different things. You were one of the very first people that I met. There was like 6 of you guys. All of you guys, brilliant, sharp individuals who loved the direction that we were heading in terms of Fitzy and just sort of changing the direction of what Fitzy used to be in terms of what Fitzy is today. And you guys were very instrumental in that. I mean, we did a lot of brainstorming, a lot of visioning. We came up with an incredible value proposition over, yeah, remember that? It was actually over the holidays and stuff too. So thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Pleasure, my pleasure.
Yeah. And now you're leading Strategic Growth and Advisory Board B?
Correct. That's
B,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
So thank you for that. That alone, in terms of that kind of advice that we give our entrepreneurs, has really been invaluable. So this is an opportunity for everyone to get to know you and the advisors, the people that are really volunteering behind Fitzy. So again, thank you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But,
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Love it.
So tell them a little bit about your company and what it does and your role as well.
Sure. So at its essence, like, we help our customers answer questions. And, first blush, that doesn't sound very exciting, but if you're, McAfee or your SAP or Bank of America, answering questions gets kind of complicated because you've got lots of products, lots of services, lots of markets, and the messaging has to be, a certain way on point all the time. And so we help remove that complexity through software. So we automate those processes, we automate the delivery of that, and we orchestrate all of those activities around just simply responding to questions. Sometimes it's formal types of questions, and sometimes it's just general business contact. And we try to get in the middle and figure out how to help and make those very pointed and fruitful engagements.
And you guys do great work. And you've completely renovated the downstairs
Indeed,
of Fitzy, which, boy, it really needed.
Try to do everything at once. We find that's the excitement, which is really good.
Exactly. You guys live on the edge.
Exactly.
Well, why this business? What inspired you to do that?
This business just feels like a huge opportunity, felt like a huge opportunity to us. Then the holders of the business weren't getting the results that they were after. We kind of smelled that as coming into the team, and we just felt that like it was underpositioned, and we thought that there was a bunch more we could be doing for our customers, and just recognizing those things, it just felt like a good fit relative to our skill sets and the capabilities in the organization. There's a lot of DNA, a lot of market presence that we're not aggressively grabbing and not kind of helping as much as we could, which is kind of where I come into play, trying to figure out how to best help the customers.
Yeah, well, and you guys have really been a real model for our companies and stuff too. I think from a couple standpoints. I mean, one, you've rebranded the company.
Indeed.
And 2, you and PJ make an unbelievable team. I mean, we were just talking with Carl Grant too, and in terms of investable companies, the number one thing he was talking about was the management team, and you guys are really sharp when it comes to that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I always say, I hate to say it, maybe it's because I'm a CEO, the most important person is the COO. I mean, you think of Cassie, she's the one that's running Fitzy. I just get to do the fun stuff, right?
I appreciate that perspective. So
I'll let PJ know afterwards, right?
Should check with him, but I think we're aligned on most things.
Yeah, no, I think he would agree with that one too, but tell us a little bit about, this is the sort of the personal side when we want to get into, actually we were just talking about how hard it is to start a business and to make it successful. So I'm sure in your endeavors you probably never had any problems or failures, right?
Never.
Yeah, right.
It's always easy.
Yeah, no, come on, tell us a little bit.
Well, so there's really no singular failure that you're worried about, right? And quite honestly, if you stop worrying about failure, I'd consider that a mistake, right? So every single day, you should be kind of analyzing what's going to go wrong today, or what are we not doing to serve clients well, and kind of analyze that on a daily basis, because the big failures, even though they seem big at the time, are probably little blips along the timeline. So if you're just studying it, looking at it, and acting systematically relative to the things that you're facing in the business, it's just a better approach to smoothing out those bumps and addressing the needs of the market in a way that's effective.
Very cool. So you've done a lot for Fitzy. You've done a lot in terms of when you really didn't have the time at all. And I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm so grateful. But why? Why Fitzy?
The interesting thing about Fitzy for me was, there's a quote all over the internet, all over the social media sites where it's really silly to hire good people and then tell them what to do. And so I'll give you some love back that you bring in good people and then let them do what they think is right and what they think is good and what they think can add value. And I think that's been a direct contributor to the success that you've had, right? Is if you figure out what the needs are, figure out what the skills that you have to bring to bear against those needs, and then just kind of let it happen, right? It's an exciting thing to watch it work, and I think it does. I think it works really, really well.
I feel very grateful that we've got so many individuals like yourself who have come in and volunteered, and they really are helping to right-size this ship and move it in a really positive way. So thank you for that. So you give entrepreneurs advice all the time. Every time we turn around, really great advice. You want to leave them with anything today? Sort of a piece of advice of what to do or not?
One of the things that we're reading together as a team is a book called "Competing Against Luck" by Christian Clayton, I think is his name, or Clayton Christensen.
What is it again? Reading against.
Competing Against Luck. And in that book, the thesis is, that you have to figure out what the job is that you're doing for your customers, and then figure out, the experience that you want to deliver along that job or in the process of delivering that job, so that you align with their needs and you're actually delivering on what their expectations are. And, at a superficial level, you wouldn't guess that would be hard to figure out about your business. But when you start thinking about it and decomposing the work that you do and really strategizing on what that means for your organization and how you intend to deliver that and the feeling, and that's kind of one of the key things, and the feelings that you want the customers to have about you through that process really adds a lot of value. So I would encourage everybody, particularly if you're fortunate enough to be at the beginning stages, like most of your clients, to really think about what that job is, why your customers are going to hire you to do something, and then figure out how you want them to feel when you're done, and then get busy.
Great advice. Get busy and just do it. Stop worrying about failure, which none of them do. But thank you. Thank you again for everything. And thank you guys for watching In the Trenches. Check out Fitzy.org for all of our interviews and for the new ones that are coming up. We've got some great people who advise and are behind the scenes in terms of Fitzy. So thank you again.